Okay, so I thought about things for a while after my last post and decided to make another post, even though it's the same day, which isn't the norm for posts on here, I'm sure. Maybe I felt emotional, I'm not sure. But I wanted to talk about what is abuse? What is abuse? What do you all think is abuse? Do you think it's hitting? Do you think it's punching, kicking? All the things that we hear is abuse aren't necessarily abuse. Well, they are, but there's a broad spectrum of abuse. So, what I wanted to touch on today was the mental abuse. So, when you are hanging out with your kids, you're doing your thing, and he comes out because he has slept all night till 11 o'clock in the afternoon, in my opinion, is the afternoon, as a mom. And he says, "Why isn't the kettle started?" That's abuse, okay? Many of you don't realize that because we're so stuck on our norms and what we think is okay. But if he comes out and he loses his shit over whether the kettle is boiling or not at 11 o'clock just because you don't know when he's going to wake up, that's abuse. If you spend money on something that you know you need, like your household needs, and he says, "You didn't spend that money. Oh my God, you spent that money." You did it because no one else is going to fucking do it. And you know you have to. It's important. It's part of your household regiment of what you do and what needs to be done. Excuse me when I smoke for a second. I haven't smoked in 4 months, but I'm smoking today. Or those times where you tell him you're leaving him and he throws a big conniption as if he's a child. It's actually more so than your child would throw for a conniption. But he throws such a conniption that you feel like you can't leave him because he's in such distress, obviously. But you stay because he's obviously in distress. I'm going to do some eyes here for a moment because he's also in his 30s or 40s or whatever your issue is in your own situation. He can fucking handle himself the way you handle yourself as a mother, the way we've all been trained as mothers to handle ourselves. He can fucking handle himself. So when he does his big shit show of a performance and you're like, "Oh my God, like you're going through so much. You had to do some shit today because you can't handle shit today." Let him do that, but still remember it's time to leave. Okay? And when he does his next conniption, if you don't leave him on that one, remember what I'm saying. He's having another conniption that is worse than your 2-year-old, and it's time to leave. And when things go wrong in your financial situations and he goes, "Oh my God, how are we going to deal with this, blah, blah, blah," and you figure it out for him, again, it's time to leave. I can't speak any more than what I'm saying. We all can be told many times by our friends when it's time to leave, and we won't listen, ever. But when you watch him for the last time, when you know your bank account is empty by this point, and he says, and he freaks out, remember, now is the time to leave. There's no later time. There's no money left. What are you staying for? There's no security anymore because he's fucked over your finances. He's fucked over your life. He's fucked over your mental stability. So what are you staying for at this point other than your kids? And I understand the kids, but you know what? They will be happier once you've left. Trust me, they will be. I know it seems scary in the moment about the separation, and it will take some time where your kids go, Mommy and Daddy aren't together. Why aren't you guys together? Blah, blah, blah. It will take some time. But you have control of making the stability after the separation. So leave him if it's the right situation for you to leave him. Build yourself back up. It will take some time. I promise you it will take some time. It will be a fucked up situation in the meantime where you may have your kids on mattresses. That's going to happen. But do it because you know the end result is a happier family situation for your kids, for yourself, for your mental stability, for everything. And in the end, you will be happier. It's just a long road. I'm not going to say it's easy by any stretch. None. I can't say that. I can't. But it will be better for you mentally in the end. And your kids will be happier. And eventually you will meet someone better that treats your kids good. And make them happy. Make you happy. Make you feel like you don't have to walk on eggshells. And it's a very long process where you may meet some issues in the meantime, but you will eventually meet someone good that treat your kids good. And try not to do the same thing over and over and over again where you meet the same kind of man. Let your friends pick you someone to go on a date with, because that will be the most beneficial for you in the long run. You will try to pick the same people you've always gone for. I know it sounds messed up, but you will. You'll go for the same type of man over and over and over again because that's what you know. That's what you're comfortable with. And that is what you're used to. Don't. Let someone else pick someone for you to go on a date with, even if it's a blind date. Doesn't matter. That's the best advice I can give you in this situation. Not talking about the family court stuff, but let someone else pick your person because you will not pick the right person. I promise you. Till the next post.